Hey, what's up everyone, Nick here, and today we're going to be starting a walkthrough for a game that I treasure very deeply. This is Halo Reach, and in fact, this is my favorite Halo game in the entire franchise. Now, I'm going to talk about why that is during the video, but what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be playing the game on Legendary single player. So of course with Halo you can play single player or co-op. There is an achievement though for beating the game on Legendary by yourself, and that's exactly what I'm going to be going for here. I'm really excited for this one, guys. I love Halo very, very deeply, and these are all things I'll talk about throughout the walkthrough. I definitely invite you to join in on this experience with me, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Anyway, Legendary difficulty, here we go. We're going to start off with about a 5-minute cutscene, and then we'll get to the gameplay.
Contact with Visegrad Relay was lost last night. All signals flatlined at 2600 hours. I responded with trooper fire teams, which have since been declared MIA.
And now you're sending us.
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Commander.
So that's our new number 6.
Cat, you read his file?
Only the parts that weren't covered in black ink.
Anyone claim responsibility, sir?
Oni thinks it might be the local insurrection. 5 months ago, they pulled a similar job on Harmony. Hit a relay to take out our eyes and ears, then stole 2 freighters from dry dock. That cannot happen here. Reach is too damn important. I want that relay back online, Noble One.
Sir, consider it done.
Then I'll see you on the other side. Holland out.
Lieutenant.
Commander, sir.
I'm Carter, Noble Team's leader. That's Kat, Noble 2, Emil and George 4 and 5. You're riding with me, Noble 6. Not gonna lie to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled. Me, I'm just happy to have Noble back up to full strength. Just one thing, I've seen your file, even the parts the Oni sensors didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set. But we're a team. That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear?
Got it, sir.
Welcome to Reach. Listen up, Noble Team. We're looking at a downed relay outpost 50 clicks from Visegrad. We're gonna introduce ourselves to whoever took it out, and then Kat's gonna get it back online.
Get me under the hood, Commander.
Sir, why would rebels want to cut off Reach from the rest of the colonies?
You get a chance, maybe you can ask him, George.
Commander, we just lost our signal with HQ.
Backup channels?
Searching. Nada. Can't say what's jamming us.
You heard her. Dead zone confirmed. Command will not be keeping us company this trip.
I'm lonely already.
Alright, so that'll end the cutscene, and cool little note, if you're playing along, then you're actually done with the first level. Now you might be asking, how is that so? Well, it turns out that the first level of the game, which is called Noble Actual, it's actually just a cutscene. So we actually don't start playing until Chapter 2, which is what this is here, and this is called Winter Contingency. So the good news is we've already beaten level 1 on Legendary. We didn't have to do anything. Now guys, this is Halo Reach. Halo Reach is a very special game. It's a fantastic game. It improved so much that the Halo franchise has to offer, and a lot of what the Halo franchise is now, Halo Reach is the game that kind of ushered in the changes that really improved the franchise. So the first thing that I want to point out is that I believe, if I remember correctly, this is the first Halo game that you could sprint in. So what I'm going to do real quick, just change some settings for my liking. I always play on sensitivity of 4, and I like my buttons to be on recon layout. I also like to toggle my crouch, but I forgot to do that, so you're going to see me do it in a second. But anyway, if you look at the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see this little emblem of a person sprinting, and now you'll actually see me sprinting. This is something that previously you hadn't been able to do in Halo games, and those are, you know, when you played as Master Chief. And that kind of leads me into my next point. The reason I love this game so much is because they branched out from Master Chief's story, and they did it successfully. So in this game, you play as part of a team of Spartans called Noble Team. And the names of each Spartan are very simple. There's Noble 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you take control of Noble 6. So the beauty of this game is you'll see that in this level here, we kind of operate as a team. We're with the team the entire time. But as the game progresses, there's going to be one level where you team up with June, who's the sniper of the team. He's Noble 3. There's another level where you're going to team up with Noble 4, another one Noble 2. And so you kind of jump around, and you get to learn about these different Spartans on the team, and it's a very, very rewarding experience. And the reason it's so successful is because in the main Halo games, you just play as Master Chief, and that's pretty much it. It's just you and Cortana, and of course Cortana, she basically is just a voice going on inside a Chief's helmet. For the most part, you don't actually see Cortana. Of course, during cutscenes you do, but the point is, it's mostly just Chief. And so when you change the aspects of the game here, in the sense that you're no longer a lone wolf, you're operating as a part of a team, there's just more room for character development, there's more room for dialogue and conflicting views between characters, and it just opens up the realm of what Halo has to offer, and I think that's what this game does so beautifully. And I hope you can tell already the passion in my voice, because I just love the Halo franchise, and I really, really admire this game. And another reason, and so now I'm going to kind of explain why this game is my favorite game of the franchise. When I was a kid, I never played shooting games, and that was mostly because my mom wouldn't let me. So I grew up on games like Crash and Spyro and Mario, and only those types of games. It was not until high school that my friend introduced me to Halo 3. Well, that's a lie. So before that, I'd had a little exposure to Halo 1 and Halo 2, but it wasn't until high school that I really was introduced to Halo through Halo 3. My friend came over with his Xbox, we played the multiplayer, and I thought it was fantastic. And so this is after the point where I had played Resident Evil 4. So at this point, I had started to play shooting games, but I'd just never really gotten into Halo. So now that I had started to play shooting games, Halo was much more appealing to me, because Halo is just considered one of the ultimate first-person shooters. So that being said, I was really captured by Halo 3, but when I started to play the campaign, I was lost, because obviously it's Halo 3. Halos 1 and 2 had already happened, and thus I was missing out on some of the experience. I didn't know fully what was going on. So in a way, I started off kind of lost to the story. Now right here, we're going to see this guy later on Legendary mode. There's this invisible elite that you can see up there, and You can kill him, but not quite yet. We're gonna face him a little later on, and this is where we're going to reach our first section of combat. So outside of this window here, there's going to be a couple jackals. I'm going to equip the pistol, a very, very powerful weapon, and it's very useful that it has this scope feature. And so I'm just going to start tackling some of the guys down here, and now I'm going to go for the grunts. So the grunts are going to try to storm this building here. It kind of comes with practice, but once you get good with the pistol, you can get pretty consistent with the headshots. You'll see here that I just knocked down every single grunt in that courtyard. I'm going to go down the stairs here, throw a grenade into the center of this room. There's going to be a couple jackals in the area, and then just finish them off with headshots. You'll notice how I'm kind of avoiding using my assault rifle, which is the automatic weapon that I'm also carrying. And for a lot of you who have never played a Halo game before, you might be thinking, like, why are you using a pistol versus an automatic weapon? The assault rifle is actually not a very good weapon. In fact, the only time I use it is when I have no other choice. I always prefer the DMR, the battle rifle, the pistol, really anything with a scope. And those are the weapons you're going to see me sticking to in this walkthrough, along with the plasma pistol. So the plasma pistol is the one exception to that, and that's because it's a very useful weapon for taking out elites, and you'll see me employ that strategy a little later on. But anyway, now you're gonna sneak around the path here. There's gonna be a couple grunts waiting for you, and then as you make your way down this path, you'll see a Covenant dropship drop off some enemies. And so, God, I'm just so excited because I'm saying all these terms like Covenant and Jackals and Grunts, and it's becoming clear to me that a lot of you might not have ever played a Halo game, and so you might not know what these things are that I'm saying. And so I really hope you stick around for this walkthrough so you can learn a lot about the Halo universe. You know, I'm very passionate about the Halo franchise. I not only play the video games, I read the comic books, I collect the novels, I read the novels. Currently, actually, the reason I decided to pick this game up and play it is because I'm currently reading a book called Contact Harvest, and so I'm not going to go into that too much right now because I want to finish another story, so keep that on the back burner. A book called Contact Harvest. I'll try to get back to that maybe at the end of this video or in another video. For now, you're just going to mop up the grunts and jackals. Again, just stick with the pistol. And now I'm going to make a brief note here. I'm going to pick up the plasma pistol. So this is what it looks like. And what this does is it makes killing elites very simple, because the elites have shields, just like we have shields. And you cannot actually hurt them until their shields go down. If you charge up a plasma pistol, which is something you'll see me do, if you charge up a plasma pistol and hit the elite with it, it will automatically deplete their shields, and then you just have to switch to a different weapon, pop them in the head once, and they're dead. And it's a very quick and efficient way to kill an elite. In fact, if you don't use that method, killing elites in this game on Legendary can actually be quite the challenge. Just one elite can eat up a lot of your ammo from the pistol or the battle rifle or DMR or whatever you're using. But anyway, so here we go. I'm going to try to flank these guys. So that one I missed. The plasma pistol does have a targeting feature if you lock on at a close enough distance, but if you get too far away, it won't quite work. So now what I'm doing, instead of using the plasma pistol, I'm kind of hanging back here, and you can see how useful my AI partners are. They're actually doing a lot of work here. And the AI, they can't die, so I have no worry about that. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of standing off at a distance. I'm waiting for my AI to pop the elite shields, and then I'm just going to steal the quick little headshot. Very useful strategy. So again, I just did it right there. I've killed 3 elites so far, hardly using any ammo. Now the 4th guy here, I'm going to charge up my plasma pistol. I accidentally hit one of those ostrich-looking things on accident. Sorry, guy. So there you go. Pop the shield, pull out the pistol, shoot him in the head. Easy, easy way to kill an elite. Alright, so now we're just going to carry on the path, and we're gonna come across a couple skirmishes that you can actually skip, but I decided to do them just because why not? I love this game. But anyway, back to the story. So like I was saying, in high school, that's when I got introduced to Halo 3, but I couldn't quite get into the campaign because I hadn't played Halos 1 and 2. So I was missing Master Chief's story. I just didn't really know what was going on. And so this game, Halo Reach, it came out during my junior year of high school, just when I was really starting to get interested in Halo. And when I found out that not only is this game a prequel to the Master Chief story, but that it also doesn't involve Master Chief, I was automatically hooked, because that was my chance. That was my chance to get into the Halo universe. What better way to start than with a prequel that doesn't involve the main character of the franchise? And so I got this game, And the reason it helped me so much was because I could go into this game without any previous knowledge of Master Chief. I could go in without any previous knowledge of the Covenant, or not the Covenant, of the franchise and everything that had been done up to that point. And so Halo Reach is just the perfect starting point. And so, if my walkthrough somehow encourages you to pick up a Halo game, I definitely recommend starting with Halo Reach. It is the perfect jumping point or launching point into the rest of the Halo franchise. And that's why this, I mean, aside from this game being such a great game, I just really love this game because without it, I might not have become as big of a Halo fan as I am today. So this game is very important to me for that reason, and all the other reasons I stated. Alright, so anyway, there's going to be a couple grunts in this courtyard here, along with a gold elite. Make use of grenades if you want. On legendary mode, so I'll just let you guys know in case you haven't played before. On legendary mode, not only do you die quicker, and the enemies typically take longer to kill, the enemies are much more aggressive, so you're going to see that they throw more grenades at me. They are much more evasive when I throw grenades at them. They're just, it's a pretty tough difficulty. Anyway, right here, again, I'm going to use the strategy of charging up the plasma pistol, switching to my pistol, popping him in the head, and it's that easy. It's a very, I can't stress that enough. And then right there on the ground, there's actually some more pistol ammo, so that's why it's another useful reason to come into this room. But guys, so just so you know, I'd love to know if this is something you're interested in. So I love Halo, and I've been dying to play through the entire franchise for my YouTube channel. I'd like to know if this is something you'd be interested in following. Are you excited at the idea of starting from the beginning of the Halo story? Of course, there is another game called Halo Wars, which actually takes place before Halo Reach. But I'm not going to be playing that because that's not, I don't want to say it's not a Halo game, but it's not actually a shooting game. It's, I don't know the word for it. It's one of those, like, strategy games, like real-time strategy, I guess is the term for it. I'm not sure, but it's just not my type of game. Anyway, this elite right here, this is the elite from earlier that can turn invisible, and you don't have to kill him. In fact, I'm not going to kill him. I just kind of wanted to show you him. So you're going to see here, he actually almost killed me, so I'm going to duck out of this vehicle, and then you're going to see that he disappears, he'll run away, and you don't have to worry about him. If you do kill him, he does drop a collectible that you can look into, but like I said, I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. And then this whole part right here, this whole little firefight I'm about to engage in, you don't have to do this. It's just I figured I would show you guys as much content as I could, so I decided to come up here and fight these guys. But anyway, so here's how this is gonna work. As usual, I don't give spoilers in my I do not give spoilers in my walkthrough. So even though Halo Reach came out a long time ago, and even though it's a prequel to the other Halo games, I'm not going to be talking about what happens in the storyline until it actually happens, and that's so that we can kind of experience and enjoy the story together, but I am going to set things up. So in case you are brand new to the Halo universe, mankind has expanded out into space, and while Earth is still, you know, kind of the home planet of humans and the UNSC, humans have colonized many other planets, and Reach is one of the most Earth-like planets that we've colonized. It's kind of considered the second Earth, if you will. It's a very important planet in the UNSC, and it's kind of like, how do I say this? So at the time, the Covenant. So I mentioned earlier that I'm reading a book called Contact Harvest. What that book is about is another planet called Harvest, and it's about when the Covenant make first contact with the humans. So the Covenant are the aliens that we're fighting now. The Covenant is a group, a religious group of aliens. There are multiple species within the Covenant. The ones that we mostly will be fighting are grunts, elites, and jackals that also have, you know, actual like species names that I'm not going to get into. But so that in the book Contact Harvest, that's when the Covenant first makes contact with humans. It's not a friendly contact, obviously, because the two end up engaging in the human-Covenant war. But there are all these things. There's this thing called the Cole Protocol, which is basically, if you're about to be captured by the Covenant, you have to do everything you can to wipe all evidence of Earth, because we cannot let the Covenant discover Earth, because that is, you know, the human homeworld. Reach is the second most important planet to the humans, so we do not want the Covenant to find Reach. However, as you can see, we are currently on Reach, and the Covenant are here. So that's kind of what was happening at the beginning. You know, we had evidence of a fight and a skirmish and some complaints and some problems going on. And the thing is, before the Human Covenant War started, the humans were actually in a war with each other. It was the UNSC versus the Insurrectionists, or as they call them, the Innies. And so when all this started happening, when all these problems started happening on Reach at the beginning of the game, the people were thinking like, oh, is this just the Innies doing something, or you know, what is going on? And then we find out, no, it's the Covenant. The Covenant have found Reach. This is a bad thing. We do not want the Covenant to find Reach, because once they find Reach, it's only a matter of time, you know, before they find Earth. So now, as Noble Team, we're going to work with, you know, the UNSC and the rest of the people on Reach to hopefully get rid of the Covenant before they're able to glass the planet. So that's a term that you may have heard if you're familiar with Halo. Glassing the planet, so that the Covenant, they use plasma weapons primarily. And their ships can shoot these giant plasma beams down on a planet, which essentially destroys the planet. It burns the surface of the planet, basically rendering the place inhabitable or uninhabitable, and it kills, you know, millions. It kills everything. It glasses the planet, and so that's kind of our goal here. We gotta fight the Covenant so that they don't glass Reach, because Reach is just too important. All right, so let's get back to the actual gameplay for a bit before I can get really caught up in the Halo lore. It's just fascinating to me. But anyway, so right here we have to clear the evac zone. So there's going to be a couple dropships of Covenant coming. There's elites, there's grunts, and there's some jackals, and we just have to kill them all before the dropships, or before our ships can come and pick us up. So there are health packs littered throughout the area. If your health drops low, you can pick some up. Notice how I'm using the battle rifle, or the DMR. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. It's been so long since I played Halo Reach, I forget what this weapon is called. I want to say this is the DMR, but I can't remember if it's the DMR or the battle rifle. I think it's the DMR, because it's single shot. Yeah, it should be the DMR because it's a single shot, and the battle rifle shoots in 3-round bursts. But anyway, this gun that I'm using now, this is my favorite gun. Very effective, very powerful, very easy to get headshots with it. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just flanking these guys. Again, you'll notice that I have a plasma pistol as my secondary weapon, so that's a strategy that you're going to see a lot. You always want to have one scoped weapon and one plasma pistol. Generally, you know, that you don't always have to do that, but that's the best strategy for elites. So like right now, if I were to engage with this elite, which actually I'm about to go do, I'm going to equip the plasma pistol, charge it up, try to get this guy's shields out, and then shoot him in the head once, and the smoke kind of blocked it there, but I did kill that guy. Unfortunately, I started to take quite a bit of damage, so I ran inside here. Alright, and here we go again. So now there's one more elite to take care of. Do the same strategy, charge this baby up, lower his shields, and then go in for the quick and easy headshot. And there we go. Awesome. Oh, earned myself an achievement too, an elegant weapon. Now once you kill all those guys, the ships will come to pick you up, and that's going to bring us to the next area of the level. Now, Legendary mode is very difficult on this game, especially when you're playing by yourself. When I was in high school, I did beat it. I got the achievement for beating the game on Legendary by myself. I think it's called Lone Wolf or Monument to All Your Sins. I can't remember what the achievement's actually called, but I remember it being very challenging. And in fact, a couple months ago, I was watching a Watch Mojo video where they were highlighting the top 10 hardest achievements. Now, of course, that's up to their interpretation, but they actually listed the Legendary achievement for this game as the number 10 hardest achievement. And so that made me feel pretty proud, because that's an achievement I've earned. But I'm going to be doing it again. And the thing is, when I first did it, I thought it was very difficult. But But that's because that was when I was a rookie Halo player, and I didn't know about all these strategies like the plasma pistol against the elites, or kind of like side-scrolling while you shoot and things like that. I just didn't know about these strategies, and so that's why the playing on Legendary was really challenging for me. And so now I'm kind of anticipating a much easier experience. I'm sure there's still going to be tough parts, but I think it's going to be a lot easier, and I hopefully have some good strategies to show you. In fact, this first level here, I'll go ahead and let you know that while recording this level, I only died once. So I was pretty happy with that, and the death that I had was, in my opinion, pretty unfair. It was like from a sticky grenade that a grunt threw that should not have killed me, but it did. That's something that tends to happen a lot. Anyway, right here, all the jackals are going to be kind of grouped together, so I'm just going to throw a grenade. And you're going to want to clear out this first wave of enemies. There's only a couple. There's no elites to worry about right now. So you could see my grenade actually did most of the work. It's funny, I'm talking so much. I don't think I've been this excited for a walkthrough in a long time. I think that speaks volumes to how much I deeply love the Halo franchise. Anyway, so now what's going to happen is a couple dropships are going to emerge, and they're going to drop off some more Covenant. This time there are going to be elites. So I'm actually going to duck into this room back here. You can see that Cat, Noble 2, she's working on the wall circuitry to try to get this door to shut. And so the thing is here that you don't have to actually kill all of the Covenant in this area. You just have to survive. So that's why I'm going to kind of duck back in this room, because it provides me with ample amount of cover. I'm just going to hang back here, shoot the enemies as I see fit, try to take them out if I can. The only risk you have is if an elite tries to rush you in this room. So you saw that guy right there was getting kind of close to me. That's why I started to focus my fire on him. But really, your teammates are all going to go stand outside, and since your teammates can't die, you don't really have to worry about them. And so that's why you can kind of just stay in this room and pick off all the stragglers that make themselves visible. But anyway, guys, with this walkthrough, you know, I'm starting this walkthrough during a time where there's going to be a lot of new games coming out, like Evil Within 2 and Call of Duty, and just a lot of new games. So the Halo walkthrough is something that's just going to kind of be in the background. So whenever there's a down week or something like that, I'll release another part of the Halo video. Now my plan is to do Halo Reach, and then Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo ODST, Halo 3, Halo 4, and then Halo 5. That's my plan. We'll see how that goes, and I'm also toying with the idea of maybe not doing a walkthrough for each game, or maybe I could do a co-op walkthrough with one of my friends, maybe I could do a Let's Play. I'm not really sure yet, and I think I'll leave that somewhat up to you guys, so if you want to leave your comments below on what you think would be the most entertaining. Is what I'm doing right now, is this entertaining? Feel free to let me know. Anyway, now you can see that Cat's going to get that door to shut. There's plenty of ammo right here. There's a health pack on the floor, so make sure you resupply before you go into the next area. And this is going to lead us into the final part of the level. So wait for this door to open. God, this game is so good. I love this game. I love his helmet too. Freaking awesome. Alright, so anyway, go in here. You're going to take 2 lefts, and you're going to see a body on the floor that you have to investigate, and that's going to trigger a short cutscene.
Number 6, search that body.
Where's the rest of your unit?
We got split. I don't think they... It sounded bad on the comms.
All right, Corporal. Stay put. We'll get you a combat surgeon.
Damn. Plasma damage.
Found something.
I'll take that, 6. Not your domain.
I got a live one over here. Come on. Archie, come. It's all right. We're not gonna hurt you.
George.
I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
That Tango group has permission to pursue.
Negative 4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
Alright guys, so this music makes it really fun to fight. This is the ending part of Winter Contingency. There's going to be a couple elite zealots in this area. So the zealots are one of the higher ranking classes of elites. They're typically much stronger, much faster, so you got to be careful. But again, they still will succumb to the plasma pistol, so that's going to be key here. Notice how there are a lot of grunts in the area. One of them is bound to drop a plasma pistol, so off the bat I'm going to pick up a DMR off the wall, and I'm going to use the DMR and the pistol. Again, just try to go for headshots. Now the jackals are probably going to be your biggest annoyance because of their circular shields. A really easy way to get around that is there's actually a small opening in their shield where they have to shoot from, and if you shoot that area they'll flinch, and then while they're flinching you can shoot their heads. So kind of hard to explain. It's something you're just going to have to kind of see when I do it. You might see on the right side there that light fare challenge complete. That was another thing that Halo Reach added. Every day and every week they updated these challenges that you could do to earn experience. And in fact, right now I'm actually playing on my alternate profile. So I just started this, but on my actual personal profile, my Halo Reach account is pimped out. Like, my Spartan has the best armor. I reached a really high rank. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like Brigadier General 2. But I reached a really high rank, so I had like some really cool armor. And keep in mind, this was back in the day where you actually had to earn your armor and not just pay for it with microtransactions. So that was something I was proud of. Alright, anyway, we're at the last part here. So notice how I picked up a plasma pistol off of a fallen grunt. I'm going to make sure all 4 grunts are dead first, so there's 4 grunts in this area. Make sure they're all dead. Now if you peek your scope through this doorway, you can see an elite standing there. I'm going to start shooting him, and once he becomes aware of you, that's going to trigger a second elite, and this guy's going to be carrying an energy sword. So I'm not going to charge because I know he's there, and if I charge, he's going to kill me. So I'm going to stand back here and I'm going to wait for him to approach me. Plasma pistol at the ready. I'm going to move up a little bit to prompt him. Here he comes. He's charging at me. Shoot it. Switch weapons. Pop him in the head. Oh my god. Super easy. Super awesome. Energy sword guy is down. Do the same thing with this guy here. And that'll be the end of the level, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. I hope you're looking forward to this as much as I am. And yeah, show this elite who's boss. And I will see you in the next video.
How long?
Question of my life. If the question is, when will the station be back online? 2 weeks, earliest. This is plasma damage. All major uplink components are fried.
2 minutes is too long.
Which is why I'm splicing into the main overland bundle to get you a direct line to Colonel Holland. You're in my light, Commander.
Find out what she knows.
What's your name? Do you live around here? Arnevim George.
Shada.
Shada. Se Potorozanev. Your accent sounds familiar. Shopron?
Tangari.
Friend of yours?
Father.
Sha'ainalom. I'm sorry.
Why would you be?
Big man forgets what he is sometimes.
She just lost her father. She needs a full psychiatric workup.
She's not the only one.
Lock it down, both of you. Get her on her feet. The body stays here.
Thank you, sir.
Signal. It's patchy, but it's there.
I'll take it.
Let's not touch anything. You wouldn't want to ground this place.
Barely getting you. What's your situation? Over?
Colonel, this is Noble 1. There are no rebels.
The Covenant are on Reach. Acknowledge?
Come again, Noble One? Did you say Covenant?
Affirmative. It's the Winter Contingency.
May God help us all.